as we say hello to KP and Krems. First time you're joining us here on Maruti Suzuki Cricket Live in studio.
No. You've been missing the last couple of days. The last time I've been here. You've been on holiday. I've been working.
First, I know you're working very, very hard, and you've got to keep on working hard, KP, because can they do Mission Impossible, Mission MI, emulate what Mumbai Indians did, which is lose the first four and still make the playoffs in 2014 and 15? Chinnaswamy could perhaps make a difference for RCB today. Let's find out what's on the show. Happy times at the Chinnaswamy in the past 3 seasons that they've played here. That is the matchup today. In fact, let's go across to the Chinnaswamy because standing by is Brendan McCullum, who spent most of last year in the RCB dugout. So Baz, thanks so much for joining us. Give us an indication of what's Virat Kohli's mood like. You know, he was pretty upset after the game against Rajasthan Royals, but today, can you get an rivalry with a certain awesome knock that you played up against, well, RCB at the Chinnaswamy? You remember those days?
Oh, you'd make me blush, you know. It's, I don't know, I think the rivalry probably took in.
All right, Baz, we'll release you then just so you can go pad up and actually walk out there. But we were just looking at pictures of that devastating knock, and we certainly enjoying that. But mention that rivalry. I took it back to more than a decade ago, but it's actually been in the past 6 years that this rivalry has intensified. And in the last 4 encounters, it's KKR that have had the upper hand. Potentially 12 overs of spin today. Let's talk about the 2 pillars. Virat Kohli, ABD, Mr. Switch Hit. They've been having some issues against spin. They've been since 2018 time. You being the former captain of RCB, Captain Virat, you know him very, very well. Is today the day back at Chinnaswamy that he's going to get a 50? What do you think? What is known as the bowler's graveyard. Let's see if the conditions suit him in our Dream 11 pitch report. Rivals and compatriots, but looking forward to this one. Couple of changes as expected. It's a big one for RCB. Let's take a look at our top stories in this matchup. 4 more overs of spin that Virat and AB have to face. Now we know that for sure.
Yeah, we do know that for sure, but Brendan McCullum on
is bring in Tim Southee, bring him in as a special.
I want them to do well. And Virat's a really good buddy of mine. I love AB.
I wouldn't be here now, would I? Tell you what, until that day comes, for the moment, we know exactly why KKR are in good spirits, because when they're off the field, they know how to have a really, really good time. Take a look at this. Thanks for that, Scotty. Looking really sharp and cool today. Speaking of which, let's check out our Volta's cool facts. Yep, it is Mission MI for them today, and the 2 gentlemen who want to bat together as much as possible are Virat Kohli and ABD. Graham, can they do it today? Can they inspire their team?
Look, we've been talking about it every game for them. I think they certainly are feeling the
changes that we've seen consistently for RCB is the fact that their opening lineup has changed consistently. KKR would definitely know that, wouldn't they? And it's not just a question of trying to go against the big man, Graham. It's also a question of restricting them to what sort of total here at the Chinnaswamy.
Well,
said perhaps we want to see him opening the innings, and it made the difference today for.
You're going to give me a back just quickly.
We'll give you whatever you want.
You could see we're talking about the way that De Villiers and Kohli were in the other innings. So now they're planting, they were getting stuck on their crease, and now they're playing balls. Today, Virat was really looking and searching for that ball, and he was there, back, and he was there, forward, and he was there, and he manipulated the. And what he doesn't do is sweep. He doesn't reverse sweep, so they don't have a 45 in position. But also, just the way his foot moved and his head today was just sensational. That cover drive first ball. Feet might have not been near the pitch of the delivery, but his hands were so good through the ball. Just vintage.
Vintage, that's beautifully said. And vintage is whenever Virat Kohli steps out there, there is some record that is broken. Now he's got the most runs in Vivo IPL history. Look, when he comes out there, might take a little bit of time, give himself that time, and then explode.
Well, Graham Smith said it. He said he was on a clinic at the Chinnaswamy. I love this cap.
You're wearing that cap. But look, we spoke about what a battle it would be against the spinners. So when the spinners did come on, they did. Yeah. You know, what was different today? How did they look to play them out?
Exactly the same as the seamers. It was the energy at the crease. They had a lot of energy at the crease.
they've been that sublime. Exactly. We're going to see a good chase on our hands here, and that's exactly what we anticipate for today, which is Friday, which gets you started for the weekend, because tomorrow is double header time. What is he on? That's incredible.
The great thing about him, can I just say, since 2017, he's
about the areas that you need to bowl to, but a man like this, he's a man on a mission. He's done it in every single game. I mean, his batting is just off a different level right now, especially the pressure at the death.
Look, it is, but I'll go with what Dino said too. Pressure, and they can't perform because you've got a guy in there it's pretty intimidating. I mean, he's a big guy.
Chase that we've seen at the Chinnaswamy, is he at the moment the best hitter in this game?
Well, he's probably the biggest I've ever seen.
Back over to the Chinnaswamy now, because Chris Lynn, Mr. Linsanity himself, is joining us. Chris, thanks so much for joining us on Maruti Suzuki Cricket Live. First and foremost, when Dre Russ is hitting like that, what are the conversations? What is that KKR dugout like?
It's, look, we're pretty speechless.
I just discovered rasgullas in our studio. Who ordered rasgullas? Was this a soothsayer who said Kolkata's going to win today? Do you know, it was you, was it?
No, it wasn't me,
because
trust me.
It's where you were sitting.
Yes.
You know, it's where you were sitting.
Maybe,
you were
maybe.
a sneaky one. All right, let's
go. That was ice cream.
Yeah.
I thought you said you were on a diet, no sweets, do you know?
That's what I'm like. Maybe it was RCB's bowling fruit tonight. Was it with their sweets, huh?
I tell you what, it was probably the Dre Russ fans. Our thumbs up charge performance of the day once again. Really something. I loved your analogies as well. That was something, but you are going to enjoy this, our Opal moment of the day that perhaps is the game changer. That was the beat.
Yeah, well, it is certainly the moment of the day.
Where does Virat Kohli go from here? Those were the options. He was looking at all his bowlers in that sort of situation. That is something that we'll discuss after this. Make sure you stay with us.
Greatest players in the world go about doing their work.
And they enjoy it so much. It was sublime. One of the differences maybe, and we're not just talking about that over, was moments in the field. Dropping those catches. That is... dropping any catches.
You got me a beauty there.
Yeah, you're batting number 5.
Ready for that.
You're going to bat number 5.
You've got to be ready for this. A swiggy fastest delivery of the day. Couple of changes that RCB did make, but just from a bowler's perspective as well.
Work and not know what you're working on.
Well, hopefully we'll see some of that execution tomorrow, or rather today, because it's going to be Super Saturday for us. We've got a double header, and here is what we have planned for you. Now, which is your game for the day?
Chennai. I was trying to bet after this. No, quick little sleep, get up the Chennai and watch a magnificent game up there.
And with that geography lesson, we will leave you to see you later on.
Down.
Safe flight. Binga, joy talking to you. Dino, you'll be right here.
Catch
We will be right here for that sizzling Saturday. Here you go, catch it. We'll see you next time.